Hello. Happy Monday, everybody. Excited to be here with you for today's live Monday music motivation. Today's particularly exciting too because I'm leaving later to drive over and do a rehearsal for the concerto that I'm going to be playing tomorrow, which I think is going to be super fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So I wanted to actually talk about that a little bit in today's live Monday music motivation and talk about what to do now that all of the big performances are kind of wrapping up. Now when I'm live today is May 6th, and it's sort of May is a busy time of performances and sort of concert season's wrapping up, and whether you're in community bands or school, it's sort of the end of this year, and we go into the summer and get a little sort of break for most of us. Some of us get busier in the summer, but a lot of us are sort of wrapping up those big performances, juries, exams, concert seasons, whatever it may be. Maybe some of you are doing recitals that you did in the spring, and that stuff is wrapping up. So now what do we do? Now that we've completed those big performances, the season's over, we're heading into summer, and it's very easy to sort of let off the gas and just sort of take a break in the summer, and then you come back in the fall and sort of have to redevelop those things. I know I certainly did that all the time when I was in school, especially. My summers, I spent very little time practicing most of the summers and came back in fall and sort of had to redevelop all those skills. But there's something else that we can do, and this is what I do after big performances, and this is what I encourage all of my students to do after big performances. So since I have a really big performance coming up tomorrow with the concerto, I thought I would share what I'm doing after that, and since it's that time of year where we're all wrapping up and heading into summer, I wanted to share what y'all should be doing as well, at least in my opinion. So what I love to do when I have a big performance is sort of take a little bit of time, definitely a little bit of time off, totally fine, but I like to take a little bit of time and reflect on how that performance went. What went well in that performance? What was I happy with? What are the opportunities for improvement? What are the things that I wish I was able to do better for that? And think about the next time that I have a big performance, or next fall when the concert bands and everything start up again. What is it that I wish I would be able to have, and what skills do I need to sort of level up? What capabilities do I need to gain so that I can contribute better or have a more successful performance the next time around? And almost always those come down to fundamentals. Does my rhythm need to be better? Do my fingers need to be more coordinated? Do I need to have better control of the instrument? Do I want different sound quality, dynamics, articulations, all of those kinds of things? And I pick a few of those, and then I dig into those in the fundamentals. And that can be in the 3-step warm-up fundamental stuff. So if it's faster fingers and better finger control, then I'm going to practice my scales and get more comfortable and confident navigating the instrument with my fingers in scales and technique exercises. If it's something like rhythm or maybe articulation, then maybe I'll pick some etudes that have some challenging rhythms or some challenging articulations and dive into those. The Rose 32 odd number etudes are great for lots of rhythms. The Kell staccato studies, fantastic if you're working on staccato and things like that. Finding things to work on that aren't big performances that I need to be learning and working towards for an end date, but I have some time. I don't have looming deadlines of things that I need to perform, and I can lean into those fundamentals and really fill in those gaps. Speaking of which, I'm actually going to be doing something really cool this summer. It's called the Next Level Clarinet Intensive. I launched my first sort of beta version of it with a few people in the fall, and it was a ton of fun, and people got a ton of stuff out of it and lots of good benefits. And I'm going to be doing it again starting on May 20th. And it's a 10-week program, so it'll end on July 26th. And it's going to be basically what I was just describing. Really deep dive into the fundamentals. I have 5 core modules to it that are sort of the things that I think are the foundation of everything. Practicing, controlling the instrument, rhythm, sound quality, finger wiggling and getting the notes down, and then all that style stuff and musicality and being able to actually express what you want. Over the intensive, I sort of go in depth with what to get out of those things and sort of the information and the philosophy behind it. Then we have specific exercises to work on implementing it, and we get one-on-one asynchronous video feedback via the Marco Polo app, which is a really fun way of teaching and learning that my students who use it absolutely love it. And then we have a sort of Friday reflection of filling in any gaps, anything that I noticed most people are struggling with, and clarifying some things, asking questions, all that good stuff. And that happens every 2 weeks as we go through all 5 of those modules over the 10-week course. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, send me an email at quickstartclarinet@gmail.com and just put in like next level clarinet intensive or boot camp or something like that in the subject line, and let me know you're interested in it, and I can give you more information about signing up for that. The spots are very limited because it's super time intensive to send videos back and forth with people pretty much every day on the daily exercises. So there's limited spots available. So if you're interested, send me an email and we can see if that would be something of interest for you. But whether you do the intensive or not, as you're wrapping up your concert seasons, really take some time to reflect on those fundamentals and dig into it. And even though we don't have the looming deadline of concerts and stuff coming up, it's still super important to stay organized and fill out your practice template. So you can see for me for this week, date for the week, reflection of how things are going, goal for the week, and then your plan for what you're actually going to do, when you're actually going to do it. And for me, I am going to take at least Wednesday after the concerto off, probably Friday too. I'm not going to be practicing super hardcore this week because I have the performance and I'm going to take a little bit of time off. But even that sort of little bit of break is planned out. And you can see my first practice, the concerto's on Tuesday. My first practice after that, I'm just going to be focusing on fundamentals, digging into the fundamentals, reflecting a little bit on what are those things that I wish could be better and wish I had done them better in the performance so that I can do them better for whatever my next performance is coming up and get back to those basics. So even if you're taking a break, even if you're going back to sort of more relaxed fundamental focuses and things like that, we still want to plan it. We still want to schedule the practice time to make sure that we're continuing to move forward. And even scheduling the time off is absolutely acceptable too. So you know you're deliberately taking this time off, sort of recovering, and then getting back into it and setting the plan for when you're going to get back into it as well. So that's all I got for today. I hope that you found this helpful. Again, if you want more information about the Next Level Clarinet Intensive, email me at quickstartclarinet@gmail.com. Fill out your practice template. As we're wrapping up the concert seasons and everything, I hope you all have fantastic performances and everything goes great, and that you can take some time this summer to really get those fundamentals dialed in, or work on any big performances you have coming up over the summer as well. So thanks so much, and I will see you next week on the next live Monday Music Motivation. Have a great week and have a great week of practice.